Hey guys.
Hello.
So we get another little update on this LCD tray thingy.
Indeed, in the corner we have Miss Orange.
Yep.
Orange stripes.
I've got the cover on the back of it. Let me take that off for you there. Oh,
Oh,
magic.
oh, what is that?
That's the LCD controller board.
Oh, I see.
And I did make some little custom mounts there.
It's lovely.
Yeah. See there?
Yeah, what are those?
It's a fiber board that
Okay.
attaches to the existing mounting points where the old board was.
Uh-huh.
And then the new board attaches to them. I used
Oh, I see.
little brass pins through the
I see.
board
Handy.
and some hot glue.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hot glue is good.
All right.
Yeah.
And here's a little cable that attaches the LCD module itself to the control board.
All connected.
Yep, all connected.
Connectivo.
Here's the other end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can see uh, there's where I hacked the switch.
Mm-hmm.
Took the switch out and put the terminal block there.
Yep.
And so that I can run that elsewhere. You can see why I had to do it now because it's like
You wouldn't have it
not
any
user
other.
accessible.
Right. Right. Drill
And
a hole.
this is where the USB has to plug in,
Okay.
and I had to sort of hack a USB cable to actually fit in here. I had to take the plastic housing off the end of it
Oh,
so that it was snubby enough to go in there.
snubby.
Yeah,
He
this is
said
hacking,
snubby.
folks. It's not ideal, but it works.
It
And
works.
this is where the power comes in.
Cool.
So one of the main things I've done this week is actually get everything mounted inside properly.
Mm-hmm.
You can see more of the fiber board here on the sides of the monitor, and it's essentially holding that monitor in place, side to side, top to bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and then those are hot glued into place,
Okay.
and then there's some behind the monitor as well, and the monitor is got a little hot glue around the edges and on the back, add that white plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just basically being held in there through not having any place to move to.
And we don't have to worry about overheating or anything.
No,
Ah.
it's a new module. It's a LED backlit. Doesn't really get very warm.
Oh, I see. Handy.
So here's the detail on sort of the corner there. There's pieces behind that push it forward the correct distance. There's pieces under the bottom of it to keep it up, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a long, arduous process to get that perfect.
Yeah, I believe it. Looks good though.
The hot glue worked well, though. I'm sure Dean will approve.
Yes. Make your
Okay,
Dino.
and here's the main change for today.
Oh, now what does that
What is this?
say?
There's some letters in there.
I
We'll leave that as homework for the viewers. Okay.
Letters
So we'll just go to the big view on this one.
for toy makers.
There's that.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what she looks like.
So that's the front panel all placed on, and we have the edging to cover
Yeah.
up any uneven metal cuts.
Yeah.
Schneze.
The paint didn't like the edging material, but that edging was just to get the job done. So
Yep.
I don't
think
feel
it looks
too bad
I
about
think
it.
looks good.
It's acceptable for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
I might redo it at some point, but yeah, what are you gonna do, right?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so I got that table plate put together there and painted up, and it looks fancy.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, let's
Good
see.
job.
I think you have something LED heart project.
Always with
Wireless.
my XP.
Wireless?
It's
Yeah.
like a. It's like they won't stop coming back.
Well, let's get to that.
On with the show. Okay, so we're back to XPs here, and
She's XB crazy, folks.
it's true. So last week,
Do you like these so far? I mean,
I do.
being able
think
to
they're really
beam
cool.
signals across the universe.
Yeah, I think they're really cool. I think if I were stronger at coding, I would be able to do more. But the limit of my coding ability is pretty much the limiting factor on what I can do with the XPs, I guess.
The only wireless I've ever done is like UDP and TCP protocol over Wi-Fi.
Uh-huh.
So I've done that sort of thing, but I've never done it at the microcontroller level. So, you're more of an expert on this than I am.
I guess so. Yeah, it's pretty fun. So, I've still been diverging from the path of the tutorial, which I guess is the point of a tutorial, but I wanted to see if I could remotely control my RGB LED, or not RGB LED, my LED heart project. And so this is just an example of what it looks like, essentially. It's just an epoxy version of a heart, made out of, I think, a candy mold of some sort. Now, this particular one has fiber optics in it, but I couldn't quite get the fiber optics to pick up the light. And this one that's actually on the board has just 2 LEDs. And I think I might be sticking with that configuration because it's a lot easier to do, and it actually works. So we have, again, our 2 XBs on 2 prop BOEs.
So previously this was all in one contained unit, and you're sort of experimenting here with controlling somebody else's heart wirelessly.
Right.
This is like I think you should call this love. Hetty.
So if I want to give
you control my heart wirelessly.
Oh my gosh. TMI.
Mm.
Okay, so we have a switch here. Really pretty much just wired up as before. Remember always to have your D0, the D out and D in pins from the headers go to the appropriate pins on the propeller. And then here too, we have the heart. And the heart, I just kind of stuck 2 leads into the pins that they'll be getting their message from, and then set the other side of it to ground.
I didn't know we were doing voodoo today. You're sticking pins in hearts? What's this?
Okay, so here's the code. As always, we have a base node and we have the remote node. The base node here is pretty simple. It's just like last time. All I'm really sending is the fact that a button was pushed. And when the button is pushed, we increment states. And then that state is sent over to the remote node. And so the easy stuff is on the base code. The computing stuff is on the remote node. So here's the remote node code. And you'll see that it's a lot more complicated. It pretty much just deals with case states and has the rhythms themselves. So when this...
all of the timing and accuracy and
right,
controlling what it's doing at the moment.
Right. Is on this side of things. So
there's lots of previous videos on this project before
correct.
She decided to pull the heartstrings wirelessly from across the room.
Correct. So I've gone ahead and loaded both the codes appropriately. And let me just turn this on. Huzzah! Normal sinus rhythm. And let me just make sure I know.
For those who aren't familiar with the project, this is an accurate normal sinus rhythm of a particular BPM.
Yep. And this is sinus Brady.
Yeah, when she pushes the button, it changes state and goes into a different well-known heart pattern.
Yep.
And you can see these aren't necessarily healthy ones.
Nope, this one's AFib, atrial fibrillation. This is A flutter. I believe it's 3-to-1 conduction. Then we have SVT, supraventricular tachycardia. And I probably should change this one. This one's VFib. But that's usually like the ventriculars fibrillating. So I'll have to work on that. VTAC. Sinus with a 1st degree block. 2nd degree AV block.
How many of these have you built into your little heart simulator there?
I want to say 14.
Normal people just build robots. Eddie builds heart simulators.
Yes. Anyway, so I'm still working on my PCB at the moment. And so far it's gotten, well, let me see. I actually can show you guys.
I was teaching her how to use KiCad to lay out her schematic
Look
here.
at it. Dun, 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 dun. That's my schematic thus far for the little PCB that I'm hoping will fit onto the back of this. And yes, that is it. That is my Epic XB Heart project
Wireless
as
heart.
of yet. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
And I think actually I
So
could probably,
romantic.
yeah. Well, let me change your heart rhythm. I don't like you, VTAC. I like you. I'll give you sinus rhythm for now.
Well, most girls just flip their hair, but whatever.
Yep. So that's that.
All right.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. That's all we got for this week. We're actually on the road driving
On the road
to
again.
Parallax for the expo, the propeller
On the
Parallax
road again.
Expo,
Mm-hmm.
robotics, blah blah blah.
Robotics, awesome.
Yeah. So if you're there, make sure you stop and say hi to us.
Please do.
We will be around.
Yes. There's Orange here.
And make sure you check our daily Tumblr posts.
Yep.
And,
I'll be writing a post every day about our travels.
Yeah, we're going to get a ton of video content for you guys. So
Yep.
Look forward to that in the next few weeks.
Yep.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
We post videos all the time, so don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Twitter at TYMKRS.